everybody, it's Maddie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to crochet this simple, easy little solid granny square. These are great for any kind of project that you're working with that requires a granny square. And plus, since this is a little bit different than the traditional granny square, there's less holes in it. So these are really good for tote bags. This is also a beginner's tutorial. So with that, let's begin. Okay, to begin, we're going to make a slip knot. And to do that, you're going to take the tail end of your yarn and you're going to cross it over your long strand like this. And then you're going to stick your hand through the loop, and then you're going to grab the long strand of yarn, hold your two strands, and pull that loop tight like this. Then you can go ahead and place it on your hook, and then whenever you pull on your long strand, it should tighten up your loop just like that. And to start, we're going to do 5 chains, and to do that, you're going to yarn over, and then we're going to pull the yarn through the loop that we already had on our hook like that. So that's going to be our first chain. Here is our second one, and then we have our third one, fourth, and fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you have your 5 chains, we're going to do a slip stitch in this first chain that we made. That's going to be by the tail. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to put it into that chain like this, and then we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop like this, and then we're going to put this loop into this one like that, and then that is a slip stitch. Now, as you can see, we now have a hole right here, and this is where we're going to be working our stitches into. Let's go ahead and chain 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the hole, and to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, and then we're going to pull up a loop, and then you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. So there's our first double crochet. Let's go ahead and make 2 more. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Let's make 1 more double crochet. So we have a total of 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets in our space. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Let's make 2 more double crochets. Just like this. We're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets again. And now, as you can see, we kind of made it back to the beginning of our first round, but we still need to do some more double crochets. So I'm just going to push back these last double crochets and just kind of like move them so that way we have some more space to work with like this. And now we can continue working. So let's go ahead and chain 2. And then from here, we're going to do only 2 more double crochets because this is going to be the end of the round. And at the beginning, we had made those 5 chains, but 3 chains counts as a double crochet. So when we only put 2, it'll look like one of these clusters that we put in right here. So go ahead and do 2 double crochets in your space. There's 1 and 2. And then whenever we slip stitch this together, it'll look nice and even. We're going to do a slip stitch in the 3rd chain, so 1, 2, and 3. So in this one, we're just going to insert our hook through the chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then we're going to put this loop into this one, just like that. So now we're done with round 1. To start round 2, we're going to do another slip stitch in this bigger space that we have right here. So just insert your hook through it, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull this loop through this one. And then from here, we can go ahead and chain 5. 1, And then in this big space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and then you'll have these 3 double crochets next to it. We're going to do 1 single crochet in each of these double crochets. So let's go ahead and do a double crochet in this first stitch, like this, and then we'll do it in this second one. So you make it to the next chain 2 space. And in this space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, and do your double crochet. There's 1 and 2. After you do the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna do 2 more double crochets in that same space. Like this, and then you'll make it to the next 3 double crochets, and you'll do the same thing that we did back here, where we just do 1 double crochet in each of the stitches. And then you'll have another chain 2 space, and we're going to be doing the same thing that we did in this last chain 2 space, where we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. And then you'll have 3 double crochets, and you'll do 1 double crochet in each of those, and then you'll have another corner piece, and you'll do the same thing in there. We're pretty much just repeating the same thing over and over. So I'll meet you back up when we make it to the ends of these last 3 double crochets. Okay, I just finished this last corner. And then as you can see, we have this 5 chains that we started with. And then also, remember whenever we did that slip stitch into this first space, in that slip stitch, we're gonna do 1 more double crochet. So as you can see, it's like right here. And then we're gonna just do a double crochet in there. And then we're going to slip stitch on the 3rd chain right here. So 1, 2, and 3. So just insert your hook and do a slip stitch. And then we can begin on round 3. All of the rounds are pretty much the same thing, but I'll show you how to do like the first part again. After you join your last round, you're going to do a slip stitch into this corner space. And then we're going to chain 5. And then we'll do 2 double crochets. And then you'll have all of these double crochets, and we're just going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch so we make it back to the next corner. And then again, once you make it to the corner, we're going to do 2 double crochets in that space, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that corner. And then you're just going to continue that all the way around, and I'll show you how to join it again when I make it to the end. Okay, I've made it to the end of the round, and don't forget to do a double crochet in that slip stitch that we did at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It's kind of hard to find, but once you find it, it should be pretty easy to go in. Oops. And then we're going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, and 3. So in here, we'll go ahead and we'll do a slip stitch. And then we can begin on round 4. And you can do as many rounds as you want. It'll just, you know, keep getting bigger and bigger. I think I'm just gonna do 1 more round and then I'll be finished with it. Because I did this green one, and this one has 4 rounds. And I like the way this size is. But depending on what you're using these granny square for, you can stop here or you can make them even bigger. But I'll show you how to start a round again. So after you've joined your last round, we're gonna do a slip stitch into this first corner space. Insert your hook and do a slip stitch. And then we're gonna do 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're gonna do 2 double crochets in that corner. And then it's basically the same thing that we've been doing. So once you make it to the space that has all of the double crochets like this, you're just gonna do 1 double crochet in each of these, and then the corners will be the same as we've been doing them. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this round, and then I'll meet you back up, and then we can join it to finish off the round. Okay, I just made it to the end of round 4. And then of course, don't forget that that slip stitch is right there that we need to do a double crochet in. Let me get it in here. It's always a little bit tighter. There we go. And then in the 3rd chain, we'll do our slip stitch. So that should be this one. Just like that. And then to finish it off, go ahead and trim your yarn. And then we're going to just pull it through like this and tighten it real good. And there you have it. All we need to do now is just sew in the ends, and then we'll be finished. The tail that's in the middle, I kind of crocheted that into the square when I was first doing that first round. So all I need to do for this one is just cut it. And then this one I do need to sew in. Now you have your finished solid granny square. These are so pretty, and I love the way they look. And also these work really good for like tote bags and stuff because there's less holes in them than a traditional granny square, and they're so pretty. You can also do like different colors for each row if you wanted, but I decided to do a solid one for our solid granny square. I still need to sew in the ends of my green one, but they look good. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and if you found it helpful, go ahead and give it a like, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!